Hello, my name is Corey D. Pritchard, maybe better known as Corey in Kentucky as a blogger. Just want to make sure that I get some information out to you, and I want to get started pretty quick. I only have about 10 minutes to make sure we can get through the information that I have for you today. So again, I want to introduce myself, and the reason why I'm actually posting this information is because I want to establish myself as an online coach or a mentor for home-based businesses. And so the most, well, I guess one of the most important things that I need to do to start out is to make sure that I'm trying to brand myself so that you, as a viewer, understand what to expect from me every single time that you come and view this information with me and you train with me. So the most important thing for me is that I am openly and unapologetically a follower of Jesus Christ. So I don't apologize for that. I want to say that because I've been watching a ton of trainings and I see people that honestly I can tell mean very well, but honestly wouldn't follow in many places only because if you don't have a spiritual walk, in my opinion, then you are probably gonna lead me in a direction I have no business going in. And I've been down that road. I've been down the road where you watch massive amounts of training and you read books and you going to seminars and you're trying to implement that stuff, and that's all fine, but it's all things of the world. So those things have no substance. They have no real depth value. So I don't want to offer you those things. I only want to offer you what's best for your life. So if I understand this about myself, so you know this is where I come from. I work a full-time job, a 40-hour-a-week job, and I love what I do. But to be honest with you, I know for a fact that the 40 hours I'm spending at that job, that I could be spending those 40 hours of my time and my energy probably benefiting people more than I'm benefiting people there. So that's my goal. I understand that God has it so that I have to work. I have no choice. I have no choice. I have bills to pay. I have needs that need to be met. But the thing is, I also understand is there specific things that God will have me to do in this world. There's specific needs that God would have me to meet in this world. So my goal is to make sure that I'm on the path that God wants me to be in so I can pursue those things. And this is one of the things I believe God wants me to do. He wants me to add value to people's lives. He wants me to share and love. And that's all I want to do with you for these times that we actually meet is I want to make sure I'm adding value, I'm sharing with you, and that I'm loving you through the process. So I just want to make sure that you understand exactly what to expect. So the reason why I'm actually here today with you is that I want to discuss a topic with you that I actually call the warm market wheel. So uh, that's very important because in our home-based business or network marketing business, marketing is very important. Doesn't matter how good your company is. It doesn't matter how good your product is. Those things do not matter unless we are getting that information out to the public. So if you have a website that you are actually trying to put out there for people to actually take a look at your opportunity to share your products, then it doesn't matter how good the website is. It can be the most fancy, wonderful website. If nobody goes there, then it doesn't make your business any difference. Or you could have the crappiest website, the most basic website that's available, but if you're driving traffic there and you're adding value and people are actually getting the opportunity to view what it is you're all about, then you're probably going to have a lot more success. So I understand, first of all, that in this business, marketing is very important. So in this process, this warm market wheel is not the sole earning component. It's not going to be that. The thing is that you and I have to make sure we understand is that our business probably is going to be multifaceted, meaning that you're going to have to come up with more than one way to market your business. Again, these things have to be effective and they have to make sense if you're going to spend your money investing in them, but they have to be effective. So this warm market wheel is just one of the things that I believe that are very important in your business because it's low hanging fruit. The warm market are people that you know, that you love, that you've already established a business with. So if you told them to go to a good movie, they probably go to it. If you told them about a great restaurant, chances are they're going to eat at that restaurant. The only difference is that you don't get any compensation for those other two things. But for this that you just made, you're telling them about an awesome business or a product, or maybe you're not telling them about that. Maybe you're actually with an affiliate program and you're telling them about a great training that you got a chance to see, and you're trying to do that. So you want to make sure you share so that you have an opportunity to benefit from that. Now, you're not going to give them something that you don't like. Doesn't make sense. You're not going to share something that you don't believe is going to add value to their life. So no different than when we're doing this training, or if you're offering the training or your business. If you don't believe that training or your business or whatever it is going to offer some serious value to that person's life, don't be involved with it. Don't suggest it. But if you know that it will add benefit to their life, there's no, don't feel bad about earning a affiliate profit, or earning some sort of income from that, because that's kind of the way the world works. So we're not making money off of people. All we're doing is helping people, and we're earning money. That's just no different than anything else in the business world. So I want to make sure I was clear about that. And I have a few minutes here. I have about 4 or 5 minutes. So I'll say this is that I jumped into a network marketing business that costs a lot of money to get involved with. So I felt like that was actually a deterrent for people that have average income or below average incomes to actually get into the business. But I decided to go forward anyways because I felt like it was a great opportunity with a great system. So that was my first thing I didn't really care about for that business. And I wanted to try to do something that could help the average person. So it was one goal I set for myself. The second thing is that you had to purchase very expensive leads with low turnover. So my sponsor actually suggested that we purchase leads that cost about $450, and you be able to get between 100 and 250 leads. The only problem is that he told me that they were actually bringing one or two business partners into the business. So the initial profit would be about $250 to $300 for the initial profit for that $450 investment. So, in a business sense, yes, that's close to you making a profit, but I'm thinking for myself, I have to work those leads. So if I'm working 250 leads and I'm only going to get one new business partner out of that lead, I didn't think that was a very good investment for me. To be honest with you, I didn't have an additional $400 or $250 just to throw away. I felt like there was gambling, so I could go to Las Vegas, or I could go to the Horseshoe Casino, and I could just put my money into a slot machine, and I could probably come out with better results. So I'm not a gambler. Never have been, never would like to be. So I want to do something that would actually be more beneficial to me and to the business partners that I will be bringing onto my team, so I can show them successful ways that they could do. If they were going to spend money, that it would be something that would generate an immediate profit, that they could actually make sense for them to spend their time and their money on. So this is what we have here: is our warm market wheel. The first thing is I suggest that everybody become scripted. So you should have some sort of script that you're working with, especially if you're dealing with your warm market, or even with the cold market. You should have some sort of a script, because that thing is going to be duplicatable. So never start a thing in a way that it cannot duplicate. So be scripted. In my script, the main things that I want to make sure that I touch on are this. In your script, it's important that you have transition. So it doesn't make sense for you to say in your script that you're going to get on the call and say, hey, Johnny, this is a shot in the dark. I just started with a new company, and you get into all that thing. No, you have to have some transition, make the person comfortable so that you feel comfortable. So I said this: I start with about 1 or 2 minutes of small talk, talking about their family, friends, some events or whatever's going on. After we have that time of talk, so we can actually get comfortable with each other on the phone. Then I actually start into my transition, which is my story. I say, for myself, I tell them why I decided to do something different. I said that I'm looking for huge tax breaks that home-based businesses have been getting for the last few years, or as long as they've been getting them. And I want to take advantage of it, because I recognize that Uncle Sam is taking a lot of my money. So me and my wife got started in a home-based business. We also looking to earn additional income. So we wanted to make sure that we could offset some of the bills that we have. So we got started with the business. And what I did was, when I first started with the business, is I wrote down about 20 people that I knew that I would love to have go into business with. And you were one of those people. So I want to make sure that I share the information with you. So if it sounds like a script, then it probably is, but I want to make sure I don't mess it up. Do you mind if I read that script with you? And that's exactly where I got into it. So I would make sure that I read that script. Now, this is something else I think will probably be important, is that we need to set some ground rules. Is that when you're talking to your warm market, let those people know that it's okay that they tell you that they're not interested. And then you also tell them that you won't take it personal. Let's set those ground rules up. I think another thing that's important is that when we're talking to those people, let them know that if you call them and leave them a message about the business, they don't answer the phone, they don't call you back, is that you're gonna take them off your contact list. Not nothing personal, but you don't want to chase that person down. You're not a zookeeper, you're a business owner. So if they're not interested and they don't start answering phone calls, then you're not going to approach them anymore with the business. The ball's going to be in their court, and they need to approach you about the business if that's what they want to do. I think the next thing that's going to be pretty important is that you tell them that you do not expect them to buy or join anything. Let them know that you're just trying to share information with them to see if this is something that may add value or benefit their life. You don't expect them to join or buy anything. So let them know that to set them at ease. I think those things will be very important as you're dealing with your warm market. So we'll get right into the wheel. This is my warm market wheel, and I know I'm trying to get it, make it so that you can see this pretty good. Uh, the actual individual scripting or the wording that's on this wheel is not as important. I think the most important thing is you understand that this is a process. You see that I have arrows that are showing that the wheel is moving, so it's rolling. The reason why I did that is because I want to make sure that you understand this is a process. So as you're working this in your business, this is something that you continue to do and that you ask your downline to do is because you want it to be duplicatable. Very simple, but you want it to keep moving. So you can look at it like a bike tire or a spoke, that it doesn't make any sense to have a bike that's going to sit in your house. Your bike has no value sitting in your house. It has value when it's on the road, when you're on it and it's moving. No different than this wheel. So this wheel makes you no money if you don't actually start into motion. And once it gets into motion, you got to keep it into motion. So in the wheel, the first thing is that you do your introduction call. So I just went over a little bit of that. The next thing is you make sure that you're getting a commitment for the person to look at the information. Once they've given you that commitment, you make sure you have a chance to follow with that person and get some questions answered. That's actually the second part of the process, is if you decide that you want during that follow-up call to have your sponsor on the call with you because you don't feel comfortable, I highly suggest that you do that. Let your sponsor do all the work. Let your sponsor do all the talking to answer those questions so that we can get them to the next part of the process. The next process is that hopefully in your business you have some sort of system that's in place. Maybe it's a website that can give them a professional viewing of your business so that they can have an opportunity in their own time to sit and actually watch that information. Maybe it's a DVD that you guys are pushing. I'm not sure, but it should be some tool, not anything outside of yourself, that's going to give them a professional presentation, a way to look at this information. That's what you want to get them to. So after you have actually given them that information, only after the commitment, do not give them the information if they don't commit to viewing it within the next 24 hours. Then you follow up. After you've given them the next tool, again, you set the appointment to follow up. So this is something I think is very important. I used to be in businesses that had hotel meetings, and those hotel meetings I really didn't care for. But the thing is about that I thought were powerful, two things. One was the interaction with people, so you could feel that they had a connection with people, and you could actually fellowship and bond with people. That was an awesome thing. That's something I'll never forget. That was the first thing. The second thing is that you actually got people in a place that they had to make a decision. So you gave them an opportunity to make a decision as to this. Is this something that I am interested in getting more information out about? Is this something I think I want to do? You get a yes or a no so that you can move forward. Because all this business is, or every business that we're dealing with, any kind of movement of products or services, that you want to collect no's. It's all about averages. So if you have 10 people that you professionally present this information to, that your ratios will actually come out. So it may be 2 out of 10. Eventually, it may be 3 out of 10. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is that you're getting those no's so that you can move closer to your yeses. So in that meeting, you know that you collect no's. You know people are going to get started with your business. So I suggest that you either have a hotel meeting or you have some sort of call that asks the people to do something, to take action. So in our business, we actually have a call that happens on Tuesday or Thursday nights. So I suggest that people get on that call so that I can let him do the close, so that I can find out if that person is actually somebody that I may or may not work with, so I don't waste my time or their time. So again, all I want to do is duplicate that process. When I bring somebody new into the business, I'm showing them how to make their warm market list. I'm showing them how to read that script to do the introduction call. I'm helping them get that commitment so we can move them to the next step of the process, so we can follow with them. Then I'm showing them how we can move them to the next tool so that person get a professional presentation about how the business works. And then I'm asking them to get that person to the next point of the process, which is either a hotel meeting or some sort of closing call, could be a conference call, that we're trying to make sure that person has a call to action, so that we can find out if that person is going to sift themselves out as a yes or a no, so that we can move on. And then that process continues. The thing is